So I'd like to start by, is the mic on? Yep. So I'd like to start by, first of all, thanking everyone here for voting us on stage to present in front of you today. It means a lot for us. In keeping with our promise, SmartHippo is making a donation of $250 to Habitat for Humanity to help build affordable housing right here in San Francisco. So thank you for that. So for those of you who are maybe seeing SmartHippo for the first time, before we get to the new stuff, I want to set the stage a little bit, just tell you what we're about. SmartHippo is a lot like a Yelp for financial products. We started in the mortgage vertical. And really the problem we're trying to solve is the really pressing, urgent need for more transparency and more consumer empowerment when it comes to a financial transaction, an important transaction such as a mortgage. And what we've seen is that the products are so complex and there's a lot of room for negotiation. It's very hard. It's traditionally been very hard for a consumer who goes through the process only, maybe once every 5 years to make an educated, and proper decision. And so the whole idea behind SmartHippo is really using the power of the community to help consumers make better financial decisions and save money. So the first thing we launched is an open rates table. And the way that works is if I'm looking for a mortgage rate, we created the industry's first ever completely open rate table, which means a couple of things. Number one, lenders don't pay us to be in the rate table. So any lender can feed us their rates for free. And then we've got a consumer layer on top of that where consumers can review the lenders, they can comment on the rates, they can actually share rates that they've found with other members of the community, maybe rates that haven't been posted. And on the consumer side, really what you're seeing is a set of different offers tailored to your specific credit score, loan criteria, down payment amounts, where you can sort by rate. You can sort by lender feedback and rating as well. And you can actually go in and look at the specific consumer feedback, positive or negative, before you get too far into the transaction. So what we're trying to do is keep the lenders honest, and we're creating an environment where lenders with good rates and good customer experiences bubble up to the top. So that was the first step really in our strategy. And another thing I should mention is all the rates in the SmartHippo database are open source. They're licensed under a Creative Commons license, which basically means anyone who wants to use that data can reuse it, can build it into other applications or other websites. And I think that's important because other websites will have you, sign up and enter a credit card or payment information or give up your personal data and just have your data sold to the highest bidder before you can access any rate tables. And on SmartHippo, the experience is completely free. You can do it anonymously, and you're seeing targeted rates targeted at your geography, your credit score, your loan amounts. So that was the first thing. And what we realized is now that we've created this open, transparent marketplace, for the first time, we really empowered consumers to make these decisions on their own, but a lot of them still need some hand-holding. A lot of them still need help. So what do? Rather than relying on a third party like a broker, whether it's a physical broker or one of the kind of 1.0 mortgage 1.0 sites that take your info, sell it to the highest bidder, what we did, and we're launching this here today at Finovate, is we created SmartHippo Answers. And SmartHippo Answers is basically a product that allows consumers who need a little bit of hand-holding to ask questions to the community at large, and they can be general or specific. In many ways, it looks similar to a Yahoo Answers or a Mahalo Answers, but there's a little bit of a twist, and I'm going to get into that. So what I see here is the main SmartHippo Answers page. I've got a series of questions asked by consumers. So there's one who asks, is there a way to insure my mortgage in case I lose my job? I mean, we're seeing a lot of questions that are really reflective of the state of the industry and the state of the economy these days. And if I drill down into one of the questions, what I'm seeing is a lot of the responses are actually coming from lenders, but they're doing it in a transparent way. So a lender can actually go in and recommend themselves, but if that rate is not a good rate or it's not the right product for them, then someone else will be able to call them out. So one of the things that we've done is, and you see that over here, is the person answering the question actually has the ability to recommend a specific lender or a specific rate even from the SmartHippo open rate table and open rate database. And I'm going to show you how that works. In answering a question, I can type in a text-based answer, but I can also recommend a specific lender. So I can I think our friends at Bank of Internet are watching the webcast. So maybe I'll give Ryan and the crew a bit of a plug. So I can actually go in, submit this, and I've actually recommended a specific lender, or I can go one step deeper. For a consumer who's really given, kind of a detailed assessment of their personal situation, what I can do is I can actually search for rates that match their criteria, and then I can recommend a specific rate, which again will show up and be linked to from that answer. So really what we're doing, first step is we created an open rates table for the mortgage industry. Today here at Finovate, what we're doing is launching additional tools to really allow for a sort of collaborative filtering of that rate data. How do we make money? So you can't buy placement in the site. All of the functionality I've shown here is completely free. And then we're monetizing through advertising and referral fees as well when customers do actually complete a transaction. But lenders who don't want to pay that can still join, participate, have a say in how their brand is perceived, and really have more of a two-way conversation with consumers.